The weeks are flying away, guys, and you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. We are at episode 4 of the Road to Glory series, and again, guys, the Sorare scouts and managers from around the world, that's you, have appeared in your droves, and the suggestions have been an abundancy everywhere. And we're now getting to that point where we've almost formulated a full team. The suggestions are becoming thick and fast. And in this video today, I'll be previewing your suggestions. We're going to end up with a top 3. There will be a poll for you to vote on YouTube for who we actually bring into the club. And if your suggestion is voted as the winner, then I'm going to give you a free card for suggesting that player. If you'd like to be entered into the next giveaway, all you need to do is drop a comment down below on this video now. I'll feature that in next week's episode, and it's the same giveaway on the Road to Glory series every week. All the giveaways, we do them live on the channel every Thursday in the game week preview with Harry Trades. When we go into the new deadline change, that stream will move to a Friday. So TBC on that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. Without any further ado, guys, at any point in the video today, if you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe to the channel, share and retweet, all that good stuff. And let's get stuck into it. Ryan Evans has recommended Kieran Dowell to be the nailed-on cam for Norwich. He's got 2 goal contributions in his last 2 games, and he's got 5 consecutive game weeks on Sorare between game week 345 and game week 349. And Kieran is currently 25 years of age. He's currently trading for under £10 for a limited card. And yeah, I can see exactly where he's coming from here. The last 2 scores, he's broken 86 and 82, getting double decisives in both of those matches. And Norwich City now having changed their manager recently, this could be one of the main players that benefits from a bounce back in form that new manager is going to have. As a Celtic fan, I can always appreciate when a player has been very effective in the SPFL, particularly through the lens of Sorare fantasy football. And this week, Jacob Gronewald has recommended Joshua Ginnelly. He doesn't think he's going to go down because he is a Hearts player with a bang. But when you look at Josh Ginnelly's profile for this season, he's 25 years of age. He's trading for under £10 for a limited card. And his scores and the Hearts' form this season has been very noteworthy, to say the least. Coming into the season, I wasn't too sure if Ginnelly was going to be a regular starter, but he has been. And as you can see, his form and his scores have been improving as the season goes on overall. Widely expected to finish 3rd in the SPFL this season. Hearts have been a great team in SO5 this season, and Ginnelly's been a key part of that. But if they do finish 3rd or 4th and they get into European football next year, this is a great potential forward card for a Road to Glory series. Now, let it be said, the Belgian League always has great football players in the best teams possible. And Aaron Phillips has brought another one to my attention here, and that's No Ducien. The 30-year-old defender doesn't have a huge reputation in the game, but with his last 5 scores averaging in at 61 out of 100, at just about £5 for the limited card. At standardly aged, this guy could be an absolute stomper of a centre-back in almost anyone's Sorare limited teams. He's got goals, he's got assists. Standardly aged, definitely keep it tight at the back, and this guy's a huge part of the players that benefit when standardly age are keeping it tight at the back defensively. And the Belgian League has always been a great division for Sorare players who are brand new starting out or starting to take it seriously at a new scarcity. Alessandro Zanoli has transferred from Napoli to Sampdoria, and it's expected that this up-and-coming defender is going to get the opportunity he needs to shine. DG has recommended him this game week for the Road to Glory series on Sorare, and having a look at Alessandro Zanoli, you can see that he will be very much under the radar. His scores to this point have been terrible, being a rotation player for Napoli. His rare currently goes for around £10, but that under 23 premium isn't actually that bad for a defender like this. He's under 23 until 2025. And looking at his scores, there's not much meat on the bones here. On Sorare, this guy's got a lot of speculation built into his price, but this is a card and this is a situation, an under-23 defender, that if he does get the game time for Sampdoria and he does show credible scores, then at £10, he could be great bang for buck. I'm definitely going to add him into the watch list. Who doesn't love an Argentinian wonderkid? Brian Aguiar at Newell's Old Boys could be the next one to break through. Mikey Wagner's recommended him for the Road to Glory series. From the left wing position, he's got already a fantastic all-around game, and he will be playing for the Argentina under-20s, so we'll miss the start of the season, but he could have a real breakout year under Gabriel Heinze. And he's under-23 eligible on Sorare Fantasy Football until 2027. His limited at the moment goes for £11, and I make Mikey right. He's got a game in him already. He's obviously a capable dual winner and gets into the final third, gets into the box. He has struggled for minutes thus far, but we find that so often with under-23 talents, and it's not until they break through that it becomes absolutely obvious that their talent was there for all to be seen. I think we've got enough positive green shoots here where Brian Aguiar is definitely somebody we can add into the watch list. Beardiful Jack is at it again, by the way. Juan Berrical is his recommendation for this week, and he is loving the content on the channel. Juan Berrical, under 23 for the remainder of this Sorare season. His last 15 scores have averaged 51 out of 100, but the last 5 have averaged 64 out of 100. £7.20 for his limited card. I mean, when we look at his scores out of 100 in Sorare Fantasy Football, he's very consistent in that 40 range, and he does have a little bit of upside to offer in a dominant match, or if he gets a decisive action like a goal, or if he doesn't even get conceded. If he doesn't concede a yellow card, he can still do pretty well. Rob Mertens has recommended him for the Road to Glory series. He plays right back and centre back and provides good all-around scores, and he has the potential to get into the final third with goals and assists. In his last 15 games on Sorare Fantasy Football, his average score has been 69 out of 100. He is about £25 for the limited card, which on the Road to Glory series has been quite expensive, but this guy has got 100 in his locker. Smashing it twice this season, 98, a bunch of 70s as well. This guy looks very underpriced, and look at this form. In his last 5, although it's an average of 63, he's got one of those games hanging at 37, but the last 4, 100, 73, 63, 71. This guy could be an amazing up-and-coming talent, and I'm definitely going to add him into the watch list. Is there anything better than getting a really cheap Sorare goalkeeper? TB95 has recommended Joe Lewis from Aberdeen. After his dismal performance, his limited goes for around £10 at the moment. But with Kel Roos been injured for around 10 weeks, this card could have around 9 fantasy games of utility. Now, Joe Lewis is currently 35. The veteran goalkeeper has been at Aberdeen for ages. Currently £13 at the moment, and he's got a limited window of opportunity with that injury to stated number 1 Kel Roos. He's only been back for one game, and he scored, like TB was mentioning there, 2 points in the 5-0 loss to Hearts. So no one's going to be looking at this guy anytime soon. But if he gets back to these kind of scores for £13 for 9 game weeks, I think Joe Lewis is a great option for the Road to Glory series, and I'm definitely going to add him into the watch list. Isco is recommended a guy by the name of Gaston Veron from Argentinos Juniors. He's just taken the number 10 shirt and could be a great option as a forward. At the moment, he's currently £19 for a limited card on Sorare, and if he's going to play more than he did last season, then the green shoots of success that he had last year, getting into the high 60s and 70s with 1 decisive action, which is quite an impressive score out of 100 on Sorare. This is definitely a forward I want to pay attention to in the upcoming Argentinian season, and he could be very valuable on the Road to Glory series. He's under 23 eligible, which normally carries a huge premium on Sorare until 2025. Forwards can be one of the hardest positions to nail down on Sorare. There are so many different options, but you need them to be able to get into those deep green scores. David Richards has suggested Gabriel Strefeza from Lecce. He's currently 25 years of age. His L5, L15 and L40 are all actually pretty credible. Only £35 for the limited, and I say only because the Brazilian forward has got some skills quite obviously. Look at these scores, man. For a forward, a striker, actual striker in Serie A that's carrying these types of all-around scores with being at such a low-class team, excuse me, Lecce fans out there, and then when he does get decisive, he's capable of those big, deep greens. This guy gives me deja vu of Gianluca Caprari at Hellas Verona last season. Now, I love it when a wonder kid comes good, and recently Felix Nemeka has been pulling up trees in the Bundesliga. The former England youth international turned German youth international plays alongside his brother, Lucas Nemeka at Wolfsburg. But over the last 3 months, Felix Nemeka has been playing in a box-to-box, all-action midfielder role, and Marcus Kulikowski has recommended him for the Road to Glory series this week. Now, both the Nemeka brothers came through the City Football Group Academy structure, which is how I've heard of him. He's under 23 until 2025. His limited currently goes for around £20. And like I said earlier, guys, he is an all-action midfielder, box-to-box, does a bit of everything. And when he gets decisive actions, like you can see in his form here, he really pops off in a big, big way. He does have good all-around scores to back it up as well on the defensive side of the game as well as the attacking. And with the potential to have this guy in under 23 competitions for another 2 or 3 seasons, I think it's a fantastic prospect for the Road to Glory series, and I'm definitely going to add him into the watch list.